Hello, I'm Debbie Phillips Donaldson, Editor-in-Chief of Pet Food Industry and Pet Food Forum. Welcome to our Pet Food Dialogues video series. Today's video is brought to you by petfoodindustry.com, the connection and information resource for the global pet food industry. Today we're speaking with Dr. Paola Cane, CEO of MIA Solutions in Italy. She is a regulatory and crisis management expert who works with numerous pet food companies. Welcome, Dr. Cane, and thank you for being with us today.
Good morning, everybody, and Debbie, thank you for having me.
Thanks. So, fortunately, Italy seems to be emerging from the worst of its outbreak with the COVID-19 pandemic and starting to ease back on some lockdowns and quarantines. What does that mean for pet food companies there?
Yes, you are correct. Numbers are winding down slowly, and fortunately, we are approaching phase two, which doesn't mean a return to normality, but means a delicate phase of coexistence with the virus. Pet food industries have always been considered essential, so they never shut down the production lines. Nevertheless, the second phase will need some extra measures, because as many non-essential activities will be reopened, maybe social distancing will be compromised. This will require a solid risk assessment due to the fact that risk will be higher, and maintaining health safety inside and outside the production plant will be harder for me.
Understood. So, at the height of the crisis, as you said, pet food businesses have always been considered essential. At the height of the crisis, what kinds of challenges were pet food companies that are experiencing, to your knowledge? For example, were they having raw material shortages or labor shortages due to ill workers or problems keeping up with demand?
Yes, at the higher prices, we had all of the above. As the virus did not spread in a progressive way throughout the country, those effects varied a lot among regions. As you know, in Lombardy and Veneto, which are in the north of Italy, we had high morbidity rates. And the first issue, above all, was guaranteeing safety in working place. Goes without saying that as the emergency was very long, because we are at the 10th week right now, we did not suffer a total disruption of the supply chain, but we are facing a lot of problems. For instance, raw material price increase and distribution problems.
And have those eased at all as things have calmed down?
I think that the impact of COVID-19 will last for months. And we coped with most of the challenges, but the reaction was very different from company to company.
Okay. So can you give some examples of how
Yes,
some companies dealt with the
yes.
challenges, please?
The reaction mainly depend on how much they were prepared on dealing with the crisis, regardless the nature of the crisis. I'm talking about contingency plans, I'm talking about continuity, I'm talking about having roadmaps and checklists. Being prepared is paramount, is extremely important in any time, especially in times of crisis. It did not surprise me at all that the best reactions and the company that reacted better were the ones that had the greatest sensitivity to pre-alarm signals. So they started beforehand to put in place measure of containment and mitigation.
Okay, so some lessons learned for the future. If heaven forbid
Yes,
we have to deal with
let's
something
say
like this
lesson
again.
identified.
Yes, yes. So as other countries start to emerge from their outbreaks, um, what's the most important thing that pet food companies can do to plan for coming out on the other side of the crisis?
Yes, for many reasons, I think, and I'm not alone, unfortunately, that the future will be very different from the past. So
Right.
our business will be affected for a long time by the consequences of the COVID-19. On one side, uh, COVID has already changed pet food market in many ways. from
Right.
supply chain channels to brand loyalty to price sensitivity to an expanded digital engagement that will be very important in the future. On the other hand, I think that we should understand to what extent the economic impact of COVID-19 will affect pet parents in the future. How many new pet parents will there be, and which kind of pets they're going to own. When COVID-19 swept through the world, it found most of us unprepared. And to
Right.
see through the future and through the crisis, I think that is essential in order to be found unprepared again. So, for me, the key lesson is that pet food manufacturers must anticipate changes in consumer behavior and plan ahead. The priority is to turn the lesson identified into lesson learned and be faster, braver, more proactive, and innovative than any other else.
Okay, very good advice. Well, thank you again. Dr. Kane will be participating in a webinar we are hosting on May 7th. For more information, please visit petfoodindustry.com/webinars. And she will also be speaking at Pet Food Forum on August 20th in Kansas City. We hope to see you all there. Thank you again.